turns out it's pretty bad. Please don't sue me, Lord Crip. So, hey guys, it's Maltha here once again, and I wanted to kind of talk about Australian internet in this video, just shed some light on what we currently have for internet, how it works, because most of you probably wouldn't have encountered what Australian internet is like, and the difference it is to the rest of the world, and how we currently pay for our plans and what's available to us. And on that, I also wanted to mention my current situation and what I'm trying to do as far as internet goes and streaming possibilities. So first up, I'll just mention this is a different room than usual. I'm at my mum's house right now because just recently a new type of internet and plan came out that is available to this region of Adelaide, and I got it installed just a couple days ago, and I'm giving it a test to see if it's good enough for streaming and whether or not I can then move back here and do full-time streaming from mum's house, because it's a lot more comfortable than where I am currently living, and I'll go over that in just a few minutes and what is available to us. But first of all, I want to explain the internet situation. So the way the internet has always worked in Australia is you always have the sort of static speeds. You can only really purchase one speed, whether you're on ADSL, ADSL2, certain broadbands and cables, or nowadays, recently, fiber. So you get your ADSL1 or ADSL2 plan, and you then have to pay per month based on the amount of download limit you want. So for a long time, it used to be based on 10 gigs, 20 gigs, 50 gigs. These days, pretty much the minimum plan is around 250 gig limit imposed per month. And then you're paying anywhere from around $60 to $80 a month, depending on what kind of plan you're on. So here we're talking, this is just the regular ADSL2, and it's 250 gigs. And it's $60 a month. That's about as cheap as it gets, and that's pretty much baseline across Australia for most places that will have internet. And the speeds of this will typically be anywhere from about 5 to 10 megabits per second down and 1 megabit per second upload. So the real problem with Australian internet right now is you cannot really change your download upload in most cases, and the upload is absolutely garbage in most cases as well. Another example is Telstra broadband, $80 a month or $95 a month. This can go up to, let's say, 20 megabits download per second. It'll still be roughly 1 megabit upload, and then it's based on either 500 gigs or 1000 gigs. A lot of places don't even offer unlimited at all, and unlimited is pretty recent to be able to get for Australian internet packages. So you can see how that causes problems as a streamer. Up until about 3 years ago, when the newest type of fiber was being rolled out across Australia, and slowly might I add, you couldn't actually physically stream because there was no real internet with good enough upload speeds to be able to allow you to stream, because streaming takes anywhere from, let's say, 3 to 5 megabits per second at a minimum to be able to do, just basically any sort of streaming activity. When you're going for more intense games and higher bit rates and all that, you're looking at 5 to 10 megabits per second upload, and ideally even higher than that for more smoother, consistent gameplay and better upload speeds for your stream. So it was about 2.5 years ago now that I moved out of this current residence, mum's house, to a new location to be able to stream, because the NBN, which is the newest type of fiber being rolled out across Australia, the National Broadband Network, was being slowly rolled out across Adelaide. And 2.5 years ago, for example, there was about, let's say, 5 suburbs that had this type of internet available. And I found one of those places, or a place that was renting, that had the internet at the time. I moved there and started to try and build a stream career. Now, this wasn't possible from this residence, and it was a pretty big gamble to go rent and start over there. And this was the first real time you could kind of change and pick speeds with your internet as well as limits. So it works similarly to other Australian internet. It's just going to be faster. It's still roughly the same price, let's say $60 to $100 a month at its most. And the speeds are a baseline of about 25 down and 10 up, or you can upgrade it and get it boosted to 100 down and 40 up, and that'll cost you $100 a month. and that's the absolute fastest you can get on Australian internet at the moment. And you can see here the purple locations, that's where it's currently rolled out, and then there's brown where things are going to be commenced, and green means it's going to be prepared. So roughly still half of Adelaide isn't even going to see this in the next 3 years, which means locations like, for example, my mum's house cannot get that type of internet. And this newest internet that came out that an independent service is doing is offering some slightly slower speeds at higher costs to regions like this one, which won't be getting the NBN pretty much ever or anytime soon. And I'm giving it a go, and I'm currently here. So it's a lot more expensive. It's going to be anywhere from $100 to $200 a month just to get like half the speeds of the NBN. But when you have no other alternative, it is what it is. And in this place, I'm going to be currently paying $150 a month just to get 50 down and 20 up. And that should be sufficient for streaming, and it's probably what I have to do if I want to try and make a living out of this. But it is fairly frustrating in that internet across Australia is fairly expensive and subpar compared to the rest of the world. I've talked with many of you guys in the past, and I'm well aware that in most other countries you can pick whatever speed you want and the internet is way cheaper, and you're typically not ever limited to certain thresholds of data. So you can always have unlimited and you never have to worry about your caps. Australia is just, for whatever reason, basically prehistoric in its internet and also television service. If you didn't know, we only recently have been like getting American TV shows coming onto our TV as they come out, you know, a bit later, maybe by a day or a week or so. Whereas before, it would take like 6 months between the airing of TV shows in the US before they'd hit Australian TV, and we've just always been like in the dark with that sort of stuff. But with the internet especially, I don't really know too many other countries in the world that have similar setups like this. As far as I know, we have some of the worst internet in the world, ranked, you know, alongside third world countries, and it is getting better with the NBN network, but it's pretty slow, and most people just never needed anything better than 1 megabit upload, and that's why they don't give it to you. And most people never needed more than a few megabit download either, and that's why they don't really let you get too flexible with that either. So that's all there is about the Australian internet. It's pretty shit. Hopefully it opens your eyes to what other situations other countries are living in and with. So as I said, this is currently at my mum's house, and the reason I'm doing this is because at the other location I was renting, and I'm still renting, just a single room shed with 2 other people in the entire house, and it's a bit, you know, clustered with those other 2 people as well, and I'm just renting that one room, and it's not very comfortable for a streaming environment because I want to be able to wake up at any time of the night. I want to be able to do more IRL stuff and workout streams, and hopefully with this change and move, is if the internet holds up and is good enough, I'll probably turn this entire room into a stream room and, you know, have some more workout streams and IRL stuff where we just sit around, talk some shit, and don't really necessarily play games, and it'll feel just a lot nicer for me to stream, and hopefully I'll be able to do more of a lifestyle out of it. So that's why I'm here at the moment. I have no real issue living with my mother because we get along just fine, and the house is big enough that she's got her side of the house basically, and I'll have my side of the house, and I'll be able to do whatever I want here and still pay her some rent and help out with that sort of thing. But that's the situation I'm in, so hope you guys found that somewhat interesting, and if you enjoyed the video, great. So thanks for watching this little sidetrack rant, and I'll see you guys next time.